Hello, everyone. I have been asked by the Great Spirit to bring forth another message, and so I will be reading it to you today. A fire that people aren't paying attention to is happening in their lives and causing an emotion of helplessness. This fire that people are not aware of is happening in the U.S. The U.S. is essentially burning themselves down in a power struggle, each side too locked into their own philosophies to notice that this is happening to them. There is an outside influence watching them do this, which is China. China set these fires 7 years ago. This started when the U.S. rejected China, snubbing them, and so their relationship changed. What little respect there was for the U.S. and their leadership role, China felt it was not worth it, for they were offended. The heartlessness of the leaders of China are a driving force in the current world situation, and while they may be operating in the shadows, their impact is felt far and wide environmentally and personally. They do not have the interest of the greater good as a guiding principle in how they come to their decisions, but quite the opposite in that they make choices that will serve their needs, and often even not the needs of their own people, but for the exclusivity of their upper class. When decisions are made for the elite at the sacrifice of the many, there is great consequence. The many, however, are divided and asleep, and those that are awake are feeling helpless in what to do. Each of you has your own special gifts and purpose that you are here to express. If each of you were on your purpose, you would not feel helpless, for you would be fulfilling the role that is necessary to move humanity into a more conscious future. However, most of you are struggling to know your actual true purpose, and rather feeling helpless, and therefore turn to an easier fix. While you may watch the decline and destruction of the U.S. political system and feel like you play no role, your avoidance of your true purpose is playing a role. It is time to understand your impact, and you are encouraged to take time to reflect on your motivation and reasons for the decisions you currently make and create in your life. If you were to sit back into a place of truth and humility without any attachment to the external world that you are so deeply affected by, and to ask what your role is, you will and would receive an answer. It is no longer useful to point a finger at a man you feel that is corrupt, or a savior, whichever way your politics lie. It is important that you point the finger at yourself and ask what you are doing in your role and in your country. Within every person or human, there is a reflection of the external, and each person and environment you move in and out of, you are having an impact on. The range in which your impact ripples and the effect in which you have in your own life, in your community, and in your country is to the degree of your conscious awareness that you have achieved. The greater level of consciousness that you hold, the greater the impact on the all, and the potential for great change can be. It is critical to be aware of the impact of each choice that you have made. Your decisions count for those in your immediate home, your neighbors, and all sentient beings in which your field are affected. For the vibration and feeling that you feel each and every day affects other beings that are in close proximity to you. So with this information, the effect that you can play in your country and the greater sacred planet must begin with how you treat one another. If you feel as though the politics of the present are not a reflection of the goals that you hold, you must begin to communicate these goals that you wish to be expressed in your country, in your own life. Asking yourself very important questions will begin to reveal the truth that perhaps you are unwilling to see in your own life, but only too willing to point out in others. Change is now. Change is happening at greater and greater speed. So that rate in which you actualize these changes will be impacted in the field and the greater collective in a speed that you may not or could not comprehend. You are a very powerful being, and so whether you create an environment of contributing to the negativity or contributing to the evolution of humanity, you are doing so from a place of great power. What would you choose? What would you like to choose to create? So thank you very much. This is the message that wished to be shared and expressed. And if each of us take the mantle that we have been given and fulfill our true purpose, then great change is sure to follow. Thank you for listening.